be my first time going. Derek has gone before when he was younger. But I'm so excited. And last night I posted on Twitter and Instagram saying I'm going to be filming a Q&A while we're driving down. So ask whatever questions you would like and I'll try to answer as much as I can. So I'm going to go to the Instagram post first. Wait, you're falling. So I'm going to go to the Instagram post first and go through those questions. The first one that pops up, it's because he's certified. Kat has this question, and it says, is Aaron Plessinger gonna win? Why do you keep falling? Is Aaron Plessinger gonna win? Is his question? I hope so. I would probably cry. I'd be so happy. I'm definitely a fan of his. He inspires me a lot. So, okay, another question that's on here that I see. Someone asked, what is my biggest fear or phobia? And this sounds so weird, but I'm terrified of water towers. So don't ask why. I'm just so afraid of water towers. Another question that I see on here, someone's asking if I'm related to the Deckers at snowmobile race. Yes, that is my dad and all his brothers and my grandparents. They all raced snowmobiles. They were Decker racing, and he won the world championship in '87, and then he also owned the snowmobile world championship for 30 years or something. Do you know Derek? I'm not completely sure, but for a really long time, and he recently just sold it. So that's what kind of got me into motorsports and the love for racing. It was definitely my dad. My mom, she was into Broadway and dance and plays. So when I was younger, I definitely did plays, and it was so amazing. I absolutely loved it. Then when I got a little bit older, that's when I started getting into racing. So someone on Instagram asked me what my favorite junk food snack is. And do you know what I eat a lot of?
Anything that's not healthy.
Anything that's not healthy, I'm a fan of. Someone on Instagram also asked what my favorite old-time racer. And I have to say Mark Martin, because my dad told me this story once that when he wanted to get into stock car racing on asphalt, because he raced dirt and snowmobiles and all that stuff, he wanted to get to asphalt racing, he went to go buy Mark Martin's late model, and they were the same size, and he fit right in the car. And I was watching him race that Sunday on TV, and I just thought that was so cool that my dad bought one of his cars back in the day, and I became a really big Mark Martin fan. Someone asked if I'm a fan of spicy food. Yes, and I had surgery to get my gallbladder removed just a couple months ago, and sometimes it hurts to eat spicy food now. It did also when I had my gallbladder, but I still eat it. I love spicy food so much. Someone on Instagram asked me, do I have any close friends from high school or my hometown that I stay in touch with? And yes, her name is Maddie Concert. I stay in touch with a lot of friends that I went to school with. It's really hard to see them all because we all live in different spots now. But Maddie Concert, she is a singer. She lives in Nashville. Also pray for Nashville. That was horrible. That tornado and all that I've seen on the news. I hope everyone's doing okay. But she has been my longtime friend, and she's amazing, and she lives out in Nashville, and I absolutely love her and her family. They're my second family. We're definitely sisters. So I stay in touch with her probably the most. Favorite racing movie? Racing in the Rain. The Art of Racing in the Rain. If you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. It's absolutely amazing. When I was in 6th, 7th grade, my teacher made me read the book. She was like, you need to read this book. And I read it and I loved the book, and I was so happy when the movie came out. So that is my all-time and probably forever will be my favorite racing movie. Someone asked Bud Light or Coors. I don't know.
Coors.
Good question. Whichever one would want to sponsor me first. So who do I look up to in racing? Martin Truex. As soon as so much. I love his attitude on the track, off the track, the way he holds himself, the way he races, his driving style, everything about him. He's great. Love his girlfriend and what she stands for, and she's just so inspiring. What has been the happiest moment of your life? Meeting Derek Lemke.
I'm not going to kick you out of the truck. You can tell me the real answer.
The happiest moment of my life, every day I'm really happy. Like every day there's little things that are like, this is the best moment of my life. And I really feel like I just live that like all the time. What would you say?
Yeah, I don't know that you're ever not happy.
What is your pre-race meal? That's a good question.
Anything you can fingers on?
Anything I can eat. I eat a lot when I get nervous, or I just eat a lot in general. So like if I'm like antsy or nervous or want to get to the race or just anything like that, I usually tend to eat a lot of food. And I'm not happy if I'm hungry, so I always try to stay full. Would you rather camp or go to a nice hotel? It depends on the weekend. I love camping. I've done it growing up with my family, my brother, my parents, my cousins. We camped all the time and I absolutely loved it. But I also really like staying at a nice resort with a spa and a pool and restaurants. Like that's really fun too. It's just depending on what mood I'm in. What's your favorite meal to cook and why? I like making cereal because it's super easy and fast, and there's protein cereal, so it's super easy to get my protein in, and cooking takes forever, so I like it when Derek cooks. How helpful is it to have Ross Chastain as your teammate? I absolutely love it. The first like race in Vegas that we had at like a track that wasn't a super speedway, it was so cool to be able to just walk over to his hauler and get advice from him. I just thought that was absolutely amazing, so I definitely love having him as a teammate. What's your ideal first date? My ideal first date would be to just hang out and eat ice cream. Derek did not do that for our first date. He went to the grocery store and bought me goldfish, so that's like my second choice.
No, I went to the grocery store and got whatever you wanted.
What do you find the most challenging of being a race car driver, and what do you find most rewarding of this career? The most challenging is just constantly having to go out, look for sponsorship, and like really do that side of the racing part, because that's really the hardest part of racing and why a lot of drivers don't make it into NASCAR. There's so many amazing drivers out there that could be racing any of those in truck, Xfinity, Cup, but they just can't find the money. So that's definitely the most challenging part. The most rewarding is just knowing that I'm here right now racing in the truck series. I never would have thought I would have been able to be here doing this, and it's been a dream of mine ever since I was so young. But just knowing that I'm here and I'm really happy and I'm doing it with my family and my friends, and I have a really good group around me supporting me. That's definitely the most rewarding part of it. How did you and your boyfriend first meet? I love this question. Okay, I love telling this story. So I played hockey growing up in high school and everything. I loved it. I had to decide between hockey and racing. That's how much I loved hockey. And I went to Minnesota to race at Elko Speedway, and that's where Derek is from, and he raced there. And he was in front of me in line to sign in, and he had a baby blue Bauer hat on backwards. So like I could see it said Bauer on it, and I was like, there's no way that there's a race car driver and a hockey player. Like I thought I was the only one. And then he had such cute curly hair, and I was like, I'm in love. I told my crew chief at the time, I was like, I'm in love with that guy. I think I was like 14, right? And then he told me like a year later, call me when you're 18. And I did. That's how it happened, right?
Yeah, not sure.
Most inspirational athlete and why? Aaron Plessinger. I'm his biggest fan, and I'm on my way to go watch him race. It'll be my first Supercross race, and they just Supercross riders inspire me so much, and they really have started this year to really inspire me. I got into it a little bit last year, but this year I'm like all in. I absolutely love it, and yep. Favorite ice cream or food at the racetrack? Well, I haven't really seen any ice cream down in the garage area at any NASCAR track, so if anyone knows of any, please let me know. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain. So the question is, what would you be if you were not a race car driver? I've always had a big dream of becoming a fighter pilot. I always loved airplanes. My dad has his pilot's license, and I always had a love for that. But not until I really got into high school, I had a math teacher that was a fighter pilot, and just sitting in his classroom, seeing like pictures and hearing some of the stories he told really inspired me, and I really wanted to do that. But I really also wanted to race NASCAR, and I already had, by that time in my life, I was already like 10 years into working towards my career, because I started when I was 9 racing go-karts. So I really didn't want to switch at that moment, because NASCAR was still like my ultimate goal. Oh, this person said, my question is simple and easy. My 50th birthday is June 27th, mine's June 25th, Pocono weekend, and I'm camping in the infield at turn 3. Would you stop by for birthday cake with my family? You don't have to sing, LOL. Well, thank you, because I'm a horrible singer. And happy early birthday. Our birthdays are so close, so hopefully I can find you and come celebrate both of our birthdays together. That would be so fun. So I'll remember that. Turn 3, I will try to make time really to come out there. I would love to eat some birthday cake. So I went back to Instagram to find one really good last question, because I don't want this video to be too long. So the last question is, how do you prepare for a long race? And there's so many things you can do to prepare for a long race. And number one thing is to hydrate. But you really need to prepare like weeks leading up to it. Like get in the gym and work out and eat the right foods and stay hydrated. And then like mentally prepare yourself too. And because that's the biggest thing is, like back in the day, they didn't really work out or eat healthy. I mean, half the guys like would smoke cigarettes under caution, right? It was that just Dick Trickle. There was probably more than just him. So they weren't really like super healthy and super fit, even though it is a physical demanding sport, but they had it all mentally down and like could mentally, it was like mind over matter. So mentally prepare yourself however you need to do that, and then also like study film, talk to other people that have been there before, re-go over your notes. But physically preparing for it, I would say hydrating is the number one thing that will help you get through a weekend. If you're sick also, like hydrating is the best thing that can help you get through a big long race. So thank you so much for watching this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. I will do more of these. I really enjoy doing Q&As. Maybe the next one Derek can be in it. He's driving, so he didn't really want to be in it. And sorry for the rain, and if you can hear that. But stay tuned for more videos. We will be down in don't fall. We will be down in Daytona for Supercross. So if you're there, come find me, come say hi, and we'll definitely vlog while we're there. So you'll see some good videos on that.